So they said they were fighting amongst themselves too much. They must go and take the blacks rather. So what was this German man, the German chancellor, with to define boundaries for us. So you go to the, what they call the Volta region today, and you will have the border running through the same family house. And the family house is to ensure that one section of the family owes allegiance to what has become the friend. They did all this ones. What have they achieved? They have achieved the oppression and suppression of the black race.
Fast forward, Western Togoland.
Western Togoland, the wise men of the Nile Valley, when they left, in fact, when you read her back, the sage was saying that people will come from nowhere and come and take over the land. But they will take over the land for some time.
Yes.
The knowledge system, they will be seeing it, but they will never understand it. And that's why the white man had failed to even understand up till today the hieroglyphic writings. So every time they are going back into the Southern Valley to look for the knowledge system, the things have been written. You are seeing the drawings, but you are not understanding it. So, who are they? The sage said, after they've taken over, the time will come when the knowledge system and the owners of the knowledge will come back and retrieve their things. So when people left after a very long journey, they came and settled. They have settled, and they have still held on to what they acquired from there, the knowledge system of that, the Southern Valley. So you go to most of the shrines, you have Vodou-Dan, the snake deity. So with that knowledge system, and the sage had made the proclamation that the time is coming. 2,000 years was what the sage put down. And the 2,000 years had come. They told us that Jesus Christ was going to return in 2,000 years. They didn't tell us that the knowledge system that we had from the Southern River Valley is going to return. And now it's returning.
It has.
The Brooklyn Papyrus was the basis of the formation of the Jehovah's Witnesses sect. You are told that the towel which was used in wiping the face of Yeshua ben Yosef or Jesus Christ was found where? It was found in Turin. But Jesus, the Christ, was not in Turin. So how did the towel get there? They had a name for the towel. It got to Turin because the Romans had come. The Roman Empire, which took over from the Greeks, had come, and they were looting the papyrus scrolls, everything. So when Horus had done what is expected of him, to avenge the father's death, the Romans now had to take everything and change the names. And they have changed everything. But fortunately, the Ancient of Days,
Togbe Charlie.
Togbe Charlie.
Charlie.
Cha for past, Li for present.
Present.
So Charlie.
Charlie.
The past, like Pharaoh Ramses II said, the past is not dead, neither is it past. So he was, he is, and he always shall be. This is just a presentation. When he came and walked round, so what do we say? Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. So you go to North Carolina, and you will meet Togbe Charlie there. You go to the
Charlie Plateau.
Charlie Plateau, you will get it there. You go to
Congo.
the Indonesian areas, you will get Charlie there. Charlie.
Charlie.
Yes. Before the world, he was. And he is, and he always shall be. The beginning, but not having an end. So what the sages have prophesied is coming to bear fruit. Ghana, or the Gold Coast, was part of the BARDON Conference.
BARDON Conference.
Held in Indonesia.
Wow.
And it was supposed to be a conference of independent states. But why was Gold Coast there? Gold Coast was there because they had to create this British enclave. So, with the British sponsoring the BARDON Conference, you know that India was under British rule.
Yes.
And British claimed to be the controllers of the world.
Yes.
So, having started the BARDON Conference, Gold Coast was there, not an independent state, but had used the British flag. Then you ask yourself, why did Gold Coast use the British flag? That was held in the 1940s.
Gold Coast was using the British
flag. And when you download the BARDON Conference, BARDON.
What's the spelling?
BANDUNG. BARDON.
I have never heard of this conference before.
It was the BARDON Conference which gave rise to the non-aligned nations. Now this explains what happened at the League of Nations. When the Trusteeship Commission was discussing Western Togoland or Togoland.
Fact.
When they were discussing it, and they had virtually finished everything, the Indian representative was instructed by India to give Buemkrachi District Council the opportunity to put up another case when the whole thing had been closed, and that the issue of Togoland reunification was to come about. Then the Indians said, and it was one J.K. Mensah who represented Buemkrachi District Council. And Buemkrachi District Council was part of the creation of the British Gold Coast administration. And when the Gold Coast administration wants somebody to make a representation, and Britain, the British were chairing the Trusteeship Council at the time when India made that submission. But you will have Dr. R.E.G. Amato. He made the presentation on behalf of Togoland reunification with Reverend Dr. Fiao and co. They had made all the submissions. Everything had been closed. Resolutions had been passed and concluded. Then Gold Coast, Buemkrachi, J.K. Mensah was made to make a presentation. And when you read what J.K. Mensah made, the submissions he made, all these people claiming that they are Ashantis, they are occupying the so-called Oti region. They have defined, J.K. Mensah had defined where they all came from to occupy the place. And he made that submission to the Trusteeship Council. So the earlier resolutions were taken away and a new one was put there. That was why the other part of Western Togoland or Transwater Togoland and the South were prevented from voting in the 1956 plebiscite. And you have people, the late Taja Adamo Afio and co, they all voted from Ghana, they went and voted there.
Wow.
They participated in the plebiscite. And even then, the difference was so small. Now they have realized the Trusteeship Council and the UN said, no, this is a different territory. Leave them. Don't touch their minerals.
Wow, that's why they put embargo on.
Embargo on it. Then Kwame Nkrumah used Komla Agbeli Bedema. that, oh, he is one of them. They have become one and the same people. The UN said, no, you can't touch it.
You can't touch.
You can't touch it, you can't touch it. Now you want to split the place.
Split the place.
And we said that, no. If you are talking of development,
Yeah.
you can develop the place
Without creating any region.
But after all, Ashanti region is developing. Did they break it into two?
No.
Eastern region, nobody has broken it. Why is it that you want to create enclaves?
Division.
And you want to create that OT enclave, so you have put Brong, you have taken Western, you are creating...
Then they want to do Brong and Ahafo.
And that was what Nkrumah didn't like, tribalization of the society.
Fire burn this.
Then they want to bring...
capitalist systems.
No, is it capitalist? This is not capitalism.
Oh, there is not capitalism, eh?
What is capitalism about this? This is open thievery.
Oh, thievery. That's the word.
They are stealing. Then you go to Nkwanta area, you will see the Chinese have brought their machines there.
Yeah.
They are coming to do what? To destroy our water body.
They have.
Very soon, we will see that the water lake will become as brown as they have done to...
As Ochare recently, all the tilapia were dead. And they have blamed the Chinese people.
And you are saying that you are going to take $50 billion from them to do what?
Sell.